Hello. All right, Advent challenge, no sugar challenge, day 10. Um, if you're just joining me, if you don't know what I'm talking about, or you don't even know who I am, I'm Amanda Kelder. I'm a Christian weight loss and life coach, and we're in the season of Christmas right now, if you're watching this way later. And I challenge myself to go from the day after Thanksgiving until Christmas Day, no sugar. And throughout this process, I'm giving updates. And like I've said before, I expect myself to stumble at some point and kind of give you insight into how to stumble, fall, and get yourself back on track. Because that's what happens, you guys. We're sinful beings and we will screw up, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that you can't get to your goal, which is often what we make it mean. We make it mean we failed, we're done, it's not going to work, the whole bit. If you haven't been following along and you're like just watching this day 10, well, one, I'm a third of the way through it. It's going to be 30 days. Still no sugar. I haven't messed up yet. But this week is going to pose a challenge. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But here's one thing I've really learned about myself. I don't love social media. I told you I was going to try to post like every day, every other day. Now it's probably day 3 and I still haven't posted. I am not a big social media fan, just because I don't use it a lot. I'm not great about posting on there. I don't think I have a lot of exciting things going on in my life. Honestly, it was a pretty chill weekend. But I'm gonna make a promise to do better, especially this week. This week is going to have some more obstacles to overcome to be successful. And I want to kind of walk you through how I'm walking through them to kind of help you understand how to walk through them yourself. But one thing I wanted to mention that I didn't post yesterday because I was kind of in the thick of it and I wasn't in a place where I could really talk about it. But yesterday was really tough for me. I was struggling with things outside of work, just some personal issues and some issues. We'll just put it like that. And I had some things coming up this week that really had me in this cycle of worry and fear. I was feeling sad, a lot of sadness, a lot of anxiousness about what was going to be coming, some unknowns. And it was a really, really tough day for me. I'm going to be really honest. It was a really tough day for me. One of the toughest days I've had in a really long time. And while I didn't have sugar yesterday, I did overeat. I ate too much. And it wasn't really until supper time. It's like I kind of bottled it up all inside. Like I said, I may not have had sugar, but I still at times want to use food as like my go-to to check out. And that's something I'm really focusing on this week, is to feel my emotions, not use food to try to cover them up, mask them, or avoid them, but really work through them. And here's the other thing I want to point out, because I've actually been coaching a couple of my clients on this too lately. It is the Christmas season. It's a beautiful time of the season. I want to be feeling all the joy. But there are circumstances in life where you don't sometimes. You don't feel the joy. You don't feel grateful. And that's okay too. I find when we try to push ourselves into being happy, into being joyful, just because it's December and it's that season, and we're supposed to be celebrating Christ, here's the deal. I'm still celebrating Christ's coming, and I feel kind of miserable. I can do both of those things at the same time. And when I try to push myself into feeling joyful and happy, it's like I push it farther away. Like I make it harder. I found that I have sometimes this thought that I should be happy because it's a happy time of the year. It's a merry time of the year. But when I do that, I just become resentful. So I want to just offer this for all of you that might be feeling a similar way. It's okay. It's okay that you feel down, maybe a little miserable. And pushing yourself into feeling joyful, happy, merry, glad, whatever, isn't going to make it better. You're probably not going to get there. You're probably going to push it farther away and become even more Grinch-like and resentful during the process. Instead, really feel into those feelings, understand where they're coming from, work through them, and you're probably going to get to that merry, joyful feeling much quicker and stay there longer. Okay? So, what I'm focusing on this week is really working on feeling those feelings, letting myself feel down if I need to feel down. But if I come back out of it, that's okay too. And not telling myself that I'm not still focused on Christ coming just because I do feel down. I am. I'm excited about Christmas. I'm excited about celebrating that. But I can have some negative emotions too. So you can follow me along with that, see how things are going, how things are progressing. Like I said, this week I have some things coming up. Couple baking episodes this week. I know I'm going to have to be because I have to bring stuff. Also, there's going to be some festivities. My oldest daughter turns 14 on Friday. Happy birthday, Renna. And so we're going to be having pizza and all that fun stuff out and treats that night too. So come along with me, check it out, see how I'm walking through this, and maybe you can get some ideas on how to change your mindset, set up your environment, all those kinds of things to help you really walk successfully through this, through your next challenge, whatever it may be. All right, I will talk to you again soon. Bye now.